If you're somebody right now who struggles with, for example, social anxiety, lack of confidence, poor self-image, and you're constantly operating in a fear-based state when it comes to, for example, social situations, putting yourself out there, you feel like you can't really be yourself. You're ruled by this fear. But on the inside, you want to be that confident person, that outgoing person, really be who you are. But these mental chains are holding you back from truly being yourself. But I'm making this video because I was that person for many years of my own life. I personally struggled a lot with social anxiety, with poor self-image, not a lot of confidence to really be myself. And the problem was I was always in this fight or flight, fear-based state, especially around other people. And I couldn't really be myself. And it wasn't until I really understood what I'm going to break down for you in this video that really helped me become more aware of my own feelings, my own thoughts, and actually helped me become more relaxed and put me into a more internal calm state, which helped with my own anxiety and how I personally felt inside. And that thing I'm going to break down for you is nervous system regulation and breathwork. Now, maybe you've heard these terms before, maybe you've even tried it, but it just hasn't really got the best results for yourself. Because I used to not believe in breathwork. I didn't think it was going to help or do anything. But it wasn't until I actually took it seriously, things started to change. And the reason why is because if you are somebody that has these internal issues, like I personally had, like the social anxiety, lack of self-confidence, I personally operated from this very fear-based state. And in my day-to-day, I had these anxious thoughts. I had what if this goes wrong thoughts, negative thought that sparked fear. And it really held me back from actually being my true authentic self, actually being more certain and confident in myself to go out in public and do whatever I wanted, for example. And it all happened because, you see, I was operating in a fear-based state. And eventually, like, I struggled with this my whole life. Like, with me personally, I'm an entrepreneur. I've ran businesses over the last couple of years, and especially as a business owner, I wanted to be able to go out there and actually network with more people and actually just like get out of this fear-based thinking, which is keeping me small anyway, to actually be able to achieve more and do more. And when I started working with a coach who personally helped me with breathwork and nervous system regulation, everything changed. And the first time I did breathwork, I literally could not stop smiling. I was smiling for like an hour straight. I felt amazing. And the reason why was because I had released so much tension in my body. Like, the breath work I followed was I breathe in for 4 seconds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, hold it then for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it again for 4 seconds. And even doing that for like 15, 20 minutes, what it did was it took me out of this fear-based state, of this anxious state of just not feeling good. I was very tense in myself, to being totally relaxed after the breath work. And it helps change your state into a more calm state. You feel better because it regulates your nervous system. And that's all it is, guys. If you're feeling anxious right now, for me anyway, when I was feeling very anxious, I was operating from a fear-based state. When I was lacking confidence, poor self-image, it was the state. While when I changed my state, I was in a more calm internal state, I felt better, I was operating more confidently. And if you can regulate your nervous system, even as a busy professional or a business owner, regulating your nervous system is so important. You feel calmer and you actually will operate better. And once I actually did this and understand what to do, I was able to change my own internal state to be more relaxed, to be actually more in control. And instead of being ruled and operated by fear, I wasn't in fight or flight when it came to social situations, or even in my own business, I wasn't operating in a fear-based state. I was in a calm state, so I was making better decisions. I was thinking more clearly. And the true power, guys, is when you understand how to regulate your nervous system, and actually understand how to change your internal state, that is where the true freedom is. Because the last thing I want to leave you guys with is you are not your state. If you're feeling anxious, if you're somebody who struggles with that, that's not who you are. That's just the state you're in. So if you can get out of that state and actually be in a more calm internal state, you will feel better and you will act differently. Now, if you'd like, for example, one-to-one help with understanding how to actually regulate your nervous system, how to do breath work, but more importantly, how to actually get out of being anxious and being ruled by fear and lack of confidence and self-doubt, to actually being the most confident version of yourself so you can really be your true authentic self, I personally help people one-to-one do exactly that. So if you want one-to-one help, I'll leave my calendar link in the description for you guys. You can book a one-to-one with myself where we can map out a personalized game plan on how we can help you overcome your own current internal issues so you can be the most confident, best version of yourself.